Welcome to Public Forum, a community outreach program produced at North Idaho College on the shores of Lake Coeur d'Alene. Featuring guests from around the globe addressing a wide variety of subjects, Public Forum serves to educate and enlighten. Please join host and moderator, political scientist Tony Stewart, in welcoming today's guest.
So welcome you to the North Idaho College Public Forum. For our viewers, the month of December is going to be very special. It's a holiday time, and many of you are at home with your loved ones, and we're going to do a number of programs on today's program, and again, around the Christmas time, we'll have the second program with our special guest, and then we have some other guests in between that recently went to South America on a service mission. I welcome today to the program from St. Michael's a very, very special group of guests. They've been known around the country as the Singing Nuns, and they've been performing for the last 25 years. And in addition to that, while we have these special people with us, we want to do what I call a journey through the life of our people at St. Michael's. And in order to do that, we welcome to the program the Singing Nuns, and a number of those wonderful people are going to be answering some of our questions. And we have very, very special music for you today, as we will again in 2 weeks around the holidays. Again, sisters, welcome to our program. We're delighted to have you here. I have visited with you at St. Michael's, a beautiful place, and how my spirits were lifted by your wonderful service and your wonderful hearts. Welcome to the program. Thank you for coming and also sharing your wonderful music and life at St. Michael's. With that introduction, I'm also always pleased to have our regular panelist, Erna Reinhardt, who is the Director of Public Relations at North Idaho College, and she's going to start the program by asking two of our special guests a series of questions. Erna Reinhardt.
Thank you, Tony, and welcome to the show, Mother Mary Katrina and Sister Mary Bernadette. We are delighted to have you with us today. My first question is a little bit about being a nun and what it's like to be a nun in public. And I want to start with Mother Mary Katrina. For the last 30 or 35 years, it's been somewhat uncommon to see nuns out in public in their full habits. When you are out in public, tell us a little bit about the kind of response that you get from people and what it is that they think when they see you.
Well, we get a variety. Sometimes they'll think, oh, those are pray ladies. This is the response from children, mostly because adults are too shy to to say what they're thinking. They'll have the children ask. Pray ladies, or we've even been called Barney before. Oh, but the thing I like, or the response that I like the best, was one that happened this year. Two of us were shopping, and we got a little separated from the cart, and I was going down one aisle, another sister. I overheard this little boy look at her and say, "Mommy, there's Jesus." And I came around the other side, and he saw me, and he says, "Oh, another Jesus." and that just warmed my heart, because really that's what a nun is about, being Jesus, serving Jesus and others, and radiating Christ to others. And it seems that the children can get to the essence of it quicker. But we do get a variety of responses. People think that that we're in costume. It's late for trick-or-treating, but we wear the habit as a reminder to us of what we are as nuns, and to tell others. It's like a beacon that we are there to pray, to work for them in a spiritual realm. As brides of Christ, that we wear a ring, and inside of our ring is the inscription that says, "To Jesus, my heart, my all, forever." And that sums up the life of a nun, and we live that life through the life of the vows, which are the evangelical counsels found in the gospel of living the vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. And it is in that way that we give expression to that Christ-likeness for others to be the recipients of.
Excellent, thank you. Sister Mary Bernadette, tell us a little bit about the group, the Singing Nuns, how long they've been together, and what that group means to you, and then we're going to go into some music.
Thank you, Erna. Actually, we started in 1979. We had acquired recently Mount St. Michael, and the bills were beyond our wildest imaginations. So we're trying to think of a good fundraiser, and that's actually how the work itself began. It quickly changed. We saw that it was something much more than a fundraiser, and at this point, I don't think that the idea of paying the bills actually occurs to most of the sisters, and I work the most with Singing Nuns, and it really doesn't occur to me, although it does help pay the bills very much. But more so, the joy of Singing Nuns is what it does to the hearts of people. And it's not because we as individuals are something of ourselves, but it's just we've consecrated our lives to God, and He takes over. And when the sisters sing, it's not that we're professional singers. We are sisters who happen to sing. We aren't singers who happen to be sisters. But when we sing, it's like you open up your heart when you sing. Anyone does. Any singer who sings about anything is giving a message. And the message that I think that comes across, whether we're singing Dominique or Ave Maria, why did I pick those two, or Sound of Music, the message that comes across is the joy of serving God, the peace of heart.
On that note, we must go to our first wonderful number by the Singing Nuns. I believe it's called Pater Noster. And so let's do that at this time.
Sure, Tony.
Pater Noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Well, what incredible voices of angels, how beautiful that was. And we're very fortunate that you're with us today and warming the hearts of all of our viewers. We have two more guests on our program for our next number. And first of all, I welcome Sister Maria Avila, who is the principal, I believe, of St. Michael's. And I'd like to ask you what motivates the sister teachers as they meet their students every morning. You have K through 12, and I've been there to see a lot of your wonderful students. Please share that with us.
They are wonderful students, and so many thoughts come to mind when you ask that question. But the thought that's foremost in my mind is that we are in partnership with God in the lives of these children. He has chosen us to touch their lives. We spend the first hour and a half of our day in worship and praise of God in chapel before we talk to any human being. And then after that, we prepare ourselves for the day, and the children come to our door, and we are ready for them, and we are motivated to accept them.
Sister, I was there, and some of your second graders, they were so beautiful. And one of them talked about being St. Joseph in the play. And as I left, he said, God bless you. They're beautiful. My next question is for Sister Mary Eukestra. You are a high school teacher, and I met you last week. And would you be so kind to share with our viewers why you became a nun?
Well, that is one of my favorite questions, Tony, and it's
you.
because it pretty much sums up the whole purpose for which I was created, and that was to serve God in a very unique way, and that was as a nun. Although when I was young, I didn't think so at all. If someone had asked me that question when I was about 15, I would have said, no way. I am going to be a career person, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with horses and with journalism and with a lot of other things. But I realized when I was 18 at a senior retreat that I was present for my senior year, I was able to they were all talking about our way of life and our vocation that has been given to us by God. And I realized, oh my goodness, I wonder if I'm supposed to be a nun. No, I can't. Oh my goodness, I think I'm supposed to. And do you know, it actually, when I crossed the threshold after I realized, well, I didn't enter till I was 21, but when I entered, I suddenly felt intense peace. And I didn't even know that I was lacking peace until I accepted God's call. And I knew it was going to be very difficult, but it was truly the greatest blessing and the greatest gift I've ever been given is my religious vocation.
When I met with all of you, I was so special, but I was going back home, and the whole hour I was there, you had this shining face and smile. I know what you're saying. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to give the next number to you from the Singing Nuns, and it's O Virgin, and they'll perform that at this time.
Nearly 500 years ago, in a little Mexican village, the Mother of God left her image on the cloak of a poor Indian named Juan Diego. And to this day, pilgrims from all over the world kneel at the shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe and say these words.
I know the viewers join me again in saying what incredibly beautiful voices, and what a way to start celebrating in the month of December. Erna Reinhardt has questions for two more of our sisters.
Sister Mary Dominica, welcome to the show. I understand that at St. Michael's there is more than just a school. You also have a gift shop and a bookstore, I believe, and we saw a little bit of that on the video prior to this question. Tell us a little bit about the gift shop and the bookstore and your role there and what there is there.
Well, the gift shop is pretty easy to describe. It's right as you enter Mount St. Michael's, and we have a great variety of religious gifts there and books. We also, in conjunction with that, have a mail order house from where we send out religious articles all over the country and to foreign countries as well. A lot of things we are able to send out free of charge to people in third world countries who ask for things, and that's because of the generosity of the donations that we get. We also have a little print shop up there from where we make our own catalogs and send them out.
And that would be open to the public?
Oh, yes. The bookstore, not the print shop.
Right. Sister Shanna Maria, you are a teacher, and I would love to hear a little bit about your school, how big it is, how many teachers you have, and a little bit about your particular class.
All right. Well, I am currently teaching at Mount St. Michael, American history, as a matter of fact, to freshmen and sophomores. This is my first year here. I'm just arrived, I guess, from teaching for 10 years at a mission school. And would you like to know about the mission school?
We're short on time. I wish we had more time.
Oh, okay.
We now must go to the next number for the Singing Nuns,
right.
and it's called Dominic.
Sans terre, d'Angleterre était roi. Dominique, notre père, combattit les albigeois. Dominique, Nique, s'en allait simplement, routier, mauvais chantant. En tout chaîne et en tout lieu, il n'est pas que du bon Dieu, il n'est pas que du bon Dieu. Cet enjeu n'hérétique, pas d'errance le conduit, mais notre Père Dominique, par sa joie le convertit. Dominique, Nique, s'en allait simplement, routier, mauvais chantant. En tout chaîne et en tout lieu, il n'est pas que du bon Dieu, il n'est pas que du bon Dieu. Ni chameau, ni diligence, il parcourt l'Europe à pied, Scandinavie ou Provence, dans la sainte pauvreté. Dominique, Nique, s'en allait simplement, routier, mauvais chantant. En tout chaîne et en tout lieu, il n'est pas que du bon Dieu, il n'est pas que du bon Dieu. Dominique, mon bon Père, gardez-nous simples et gais, pour annoncer à nos frères la vie et la vérité. Dominique, Nique, s'en allait simplement, routier, mauvais chantant. En tout chaîne et en tout lieu, il n'est pas que du bon Dieu, il n'est pas que du bon Dieu. Il n'est pas que du bon Dieu. Il n'est pas que du bon Dieu.
Again, what great music. I want to advertise something that is going to be very much in our community very soon. I want to talk to you about the Met, where our Singing Nuns are going to be in December 14th and 15th, at both 2 p.m. and at 7:30 p.m. We hope you'll fill the Met for these wonderful concerts, and I hope you will go to those. And we're going to have a little sample of that music from one of the performers. Will be Chad Mitchell, that performs at times with the Singing Nuns. And at this time, we want to get just a sample of what he will be doing at the Met with the Singing Nuns.
I sing Noel for children, for all little children who have no Christmas tree. I sing Noel, 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 for little girls who have no pretty dress to wear, little boys who have no teddy bear.
Oh, that is so beautiful, and thank you so very much for that performance. I also want to advertise a CD that the Singing Nuns have out, and I have a picture of it just coming out, and it'll be available in stores such as Hastings, and it's called Christmas in the Heart, and it's out of the Singing Nuns, and if our camera can come in a little bit closer, we'll get a good view of what the cover looks like of the CD, and I think that you will find that just most enjoyable, and we'd encourage you to get one of those when they come out. It's part of their fundraising for the work they do. And I should add that the Singing Nuns, as I've said, it's their 25th anniversary, and they perform all over the United States, but proud of the fact that they are headquartered here in Spokane. A couple of the comments I'd like to make, and we have another wonderful number that's going to be performed by our Singing Nuns as close to the end of our program. As I indicated last week, I visited St. Michael's and met with a number of the sisters and the mother, and I got a chance to see what was happening throughout their whole process. And in addition to their great, powerful music, they have students from kindergarten through the 12th grade, and the sisters teach those classes along with all the other work they do there. And now we're going to have you to enjoy Ave Maria, my favorite number.
Ave Maria means Hail Mary, and it is, you could say, the theme song of the Singing Nuns. It's not just a song, it's a prayer, and it's a prayer we pray every day. And if you'd like to join me, we're going to go pray right now.
How very wonderful. Be with us again next week, and we'll deal with another issue, a group going to South America, and then this wonderful group will be back for our Christmas program near the end of December. Thank you for being with us, and join us again next week. Thank you so much.